How did you end up here at Becket?
I came to the Becket Fund as a graduate student, and I was studying politics. I thought that the way that I would change the world is by going on the Hill and working with senators. And then I realized the power of the law. I realized that case by case, the Becket Fund for Religious Liberty was building something that would transform the way that Americans got to live their religious liberty, and I wanted to be a part of that. I became a US citizen 10 years ago, and that wasn't a decision that I took lightly. And it's precisely for the reasons that Mark described, that I wanted to be an American citizen, because I understood the value and the freedom and the responsibility that comes with being an American. And that is why people come to this country, in search of true freedom, in search of true equality. Exactly why I wanted to be a US citizen, because of that freedom and the responsibility that comes with our Constitution and our shared values. And it's the most wonderful thing and the most wonderful decision to make, to know that you're coming somewhere that is different because it's free.
From when I was very, very young, I have always wanted to argue and fight about protecting people's rights and protecting people who needed it. And I honestly felt like, God kind of gave me a skill set that it was my job to not just take to go, make myself a lot of money or something like that, but to take that skill set and try to use it to advance good causes and protect people. And so when I had the opportunity 8 or 9 years ago to come to the Becket Fund to work with the best team of religious liberty lawyers really in the world, to be honest with you, and to fight to protect people who can't protect themselves, and to fight to protect something that I think is really an important part of our American legacy and of our human dignity as human people. I leaped at the opportunity and have been delighted ever since that I get to wake up in the morning and represent the kind of people I get to represent and do my part to protect religious liberty, knowing that when I go argue and fight against somebody, I'm not fighting against somebody who's a bad person or who's evil or who is an enemy. There are other Americans who have different ideas and who I think are getting something wrong, and the chance to go defend rights and defend liberties to try to get the court to have a broad protection for everybody, even for people who don't share my beliefs, is really important to me.